Yeah. So let me share this problem, solution to the problem that I had given you yesterday. Okay. Yes, I'm audible now?
Yes, sir.
Sir,
You are audible.
Okay, fine. See, yesterday, so most of you, okay, have done the problem wrongly, right? See, consider these are the 10 frames 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 10 packets we intend to send. So with window size, what is the window size we have taken?
4.
Amita? 4. Okay. See, and it is a go back 4 protocol, right? See now, so this is the first window starting from before this one, first one. I see the pointer. So this is my first window because so I can transmit 4 packets without waiting for the acknowledgement. So okay, see this, right? So now I cannot send packet number 5 until and unless acknowledgement for 1 comes. Okay. So now assume that acknowledgement for 1 comes. So my window slides. Okay, see this my window slides. So I can send packet number 5. Okay, so my in my window I have 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so now what happens? Now acknowledgement for 3 comes. Sorry, acknowledgement for 2 comes. So then my window slides one more by one place. So in my window I have 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so now acknowledgement for 3 comes. In my window I have 4, 5, 6, 7. See this. Okay, 4, 5, 6. So 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, in my window I have 4, 5, 6. No, acknowledgement 4 also comes. So in my window I have 5, 6, 7, 8. 5, 6, 7, 8. Now acknowledgement 5 also comes. So in my window I have 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. So now the problem comes because it is given that every sixth frame is lost. Okay. So every sixth frame will be lost. So the acknowledgement for this frame number 6 will not come. Is it not? Are you getting my point? Acknowledgement for 6 will not come. Are you getting it or not? Aziza.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so every sixth frame is lost. That means 1 to 5. So they have been acknowledged, but acknowledge so the frame packet number 6 will be lost. So that means for packet number 6 we will not receive the acknowledgement. Okay, but at that time what we have in the window 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so the acknowledgement for 6 will not come, and there is a timeout. There is a timeout. So we apply go back n protocol. Go back n protocol. Now what you have to do is at that time, whatever the frames that are there in the window, so you have to retransmit all of them. Go back 4. Okay, that means from 9 you have to go back, not from 6. So most of you have done it that way. From 6 you have retransmitted. So that means you have retransmitted 3, 4, 5, 6. That is wrong. That is wrong. Right? See, now whatever that is there in the window. So, okay. So which packets are there in the window? 6, 7, 8, 9. So these packets are there in the window. So from 9 you have to go back till 6. Okay? Are you getting it? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So what you have to do is, see now up to 9 you have already transmitted. Up to 9 you have already transmitted. Okay. So now what you have to do is, up to 9 you have already transmitted. Okay. Now 6, 7, 8, 9 it is repeated. Because whatever the frames that are there, so they have to be retransmitted. See 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 you have already transmitted. So now 6, 7, 8, 9 it is repeatedly transmitted because it is due to go back n protocol, go back 4. All the 4 frames that are there in the window, so they have to be retransmitted 6, 7, 8, 9. Is that clear? Is that clear? Go back n protocol, go back 4. Please
Yes, sir.
acknowledge. Okay. Now what happens? Now you just see this is sixth frame. Now 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So this eighth one will be again lost. Okay. Now you just see. So these frames have been retransmitted 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. This is one window. Okay. Because the window is 4. Now acknowledgement for 6 comes. Okay. Yes or no? It is second retransmitted. So now the window contents are 7, 8, 9, 10. So acknowledgement for 7 also comes. So now window contents are 8, 9, 10. Window contents are 8, 9, 10. Now what happens? Acknowledgement for 8 will not come because it is a 12th frame, 12th packet. Yes or no? Acknowledgement for acknowledgement for 8 will not come. So what you have to do? So you already transmitted up to 10. So you have to retransmit the contents of window node. So 8, 9, 10. So after transmitting 10, 8, 9, 10. So they have to be retransmitted. They have to be retransmitted. Yes or no? 8, 9, 10. Okay. So now you just see here it is 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Okay. So that means, so had it there been 18th frame, that would have been lost, but we don't have 18th frame. Okay. So the total number of retransmissions, so it is 17. It is 17. Is it clear? Is it clear? Yes. Any doubts?
Yes,
Any
sir.
doubts in this? Any doubts in this?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Others also. Okay. Is there any doubt in this?
No,
Now,
sir.
see, the same program, the same question can be asked. So now I have asked using go back and protocol. So there is one more protocol. What is that? Using stop and wait protocol. Stop and wait protocol, it is what? It is very simple, right? So once acknowledgement for 6 doesn't come, you are waiting for the acknowledgement. So the acknowledgement doesn't come, then what you will do? Retransmit 6 again. Okay. So total number of retransmissions there. How many retransmissions? Using stop and wait protocol. See, in stop and wait protocol, what is the window size? Please try to understand this. In stop and wait protocol, what is the window size? What actually is the window size? You tell me. I told it several times. What do you mean by window size? What do you mean? What is the window? What do you mean by window? What do you mean by sender's window? What do you mean by receiver's window? You tell me. Yes. What do you mean by receiver's window? What is sender's window? See, I will tell you it again. So I have told it several times. Sender's window contains those packets or frames so which the sender has sent for which the acknowledgement is pending. That means they are called as outstanding frames. Is it not? The frames that the sender can send without without getting the acknowledgement. So that is what is sender's frame. So receiver's frame contains those frames which the receiver is allowed to receive. It is not that sender's window and receiver's window, it can be same or it need not be same. Are you getting my point? So sender's window means the frames that the sender has sent without waiting for the acknowledgement. They are the outstanding frames. Several times I have told you this. So here the window is window is 4. Okay, because frame number 1, 2, 3, 4 have been sent without getting any acknowledgement. Okay. Now, at the maximum, you can send only 4 frames without waiting for the acknowledgement. So that is why once the acknowledgement for 1 comes, you slide the window. You can transmit 5 and in the window you have 2, 3, 4, 5 because for all these acknowledgement has not come. So now on this basis, can you tell me what is the window size of stop and wait protocol? How the stop and wait protocol works? We have discussed this already. Hello? Yes, I am asking you something. What is the window size in case of stop and wait protocol? Until unless you read, you can't answer this, because so these have been discussed several times. I have told you. In stop and wait protocol, what happens? Sender sends a frame and waits for the acknowledgement. Until and unless acknowledgement comes, he is not going to send the next frame. Okay. So frame number 1 is transmitted by the sender. So receiver receives it, right? He sends the acknowledgement. Once the acknowledgement comes, so then only the sender will transmit to the next frame. Yes or no? Have we discussed this or not?
Sir.
Hello, others, please speak out. Have you discussed this? Have we discussed this or not? Hello? Please speak out. Hello?
Yes, sir.
Hello.
So, Yarado? Nikita na? Yaro? Nikita? Are you there?
Yes, sir.
See, whether we have discussed stop and wait protocol or not.
Yes, sir.
ಮತ್ತೆ ನಾನು ಏನ್ ಕೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ? What I'm asking? What is the window size in case of stop and wait protocol? See, I told you, in case of stop and wait protocol, what happens? You send a frame, right? Only one frame you send. Then, until and unless acknowledgement comes for that, you are not going to send the next frame. So, what is the window size? How many outstanding frames are there here?
1, sir.
Then, how much time you need for this? Stop and wait protocol, the window size is 1. I don't know. So if you apply the same stop and wait protocol here, how many retransmissions are there? That is what my question is. If you are using stop and wait protocol
Two,
for this,
2, sir.
try to understand the question. See, the question says you are transmitting 10 frames. Okay, 10 frames. So to transmit all these 10 frames, okay, with the condition that every 6th frame is going to be lost. So how many transmissions are there? How many transmissions will be there totally using stop and
10,
wait protocol?
10.
So 10 andre without loss then. Without loss only 10.
12, sir. 12.
12 ಯಾಕೆ? See, 6th frame is
2
lost.
loss.
Huh? Only one loss, no? 6th frame is lost. ಹೌದಾ? So 1 ಕ್ಕೆ acknowledgement ಬರ್ತದೆ, 2 ಕ್ಕೆ ಬರ್ತದೆ, 3 ಕ್ಕೆ ಬರ್ತದೆ, 4 ಕ್ಕೆ ಬರ್ತದೆ, 5 ಬರ್ತದೆ. So 6th frame is lost. So once, okay, 6th frame is lost, you retransmit 6 only. ಹೌದಾ ಇಲ್ಲ? So 6 you retransmit. So starting from that, what happens? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Only 5. So that means all other frames will come. So that means only one retransmit. That is totally 11 transmissions. Because only 6 is retransmitted. Only 6 is retransmitted. So that means, so here you will have, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, then one more 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's all. Is it not? ಹೌದಾ ಇಲ್ಲೋ?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So then, had it been selective repeat, ಇನ್ನೊಂದು protocol ನ discuss ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೆ, selective repeat. You try to apply selective repeat for this and try to find the answer. So we will discuss that in the later class, right? So the question remains the same. Everything remains the same. So instead of go back 4, we have using selective repeat. Your window size is 4. Okay, window size is 4, right? Every 6th frame is lost, right? So you want to transmit 10 frames, right? So by applying selective repeat, so how many transmissions are going to be there. You just, that is your work today, work for today. Okay. So please do it. Let me just. Okay. Right. Every operation it is taking time. Yes. So we will be starting with this internetworking, right? Now, what is networking and what is internetworking? Can you just tell me? What is the difference between networking and internetworking? So you should be interactive in the class. Only then what happens? So we also get some interest in teaching. So if you just remain passive, then it is not good for you. Neither it is good for you, nor it is good for us. Yes. What is the difference between networking and internetworking? So based on the name only you can tell. Networking means what? Internetworking means what? Amarnath. Hello?
Yes, sir.
Amarnath.
Hello.
ನೆಟ್ವರ್ಕಿಂಗ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು ಇಂಟರ್ನೆಟ್ವರ್ಕಿಂಗ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು
Sir, networking ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಾವು one system is connected in a network, sir. Like
ಓಕೆ ಹಾ
printer,
ಹಾ
ಆಮೇಲೆ ಇಂಟರ್ ನೆಟ್ವರ್ಕಿಂಗ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಕಮ್ಯುನಿಕೇಶನ್ ಮೀಡಿಯಂ ರೀ ಸರ್. ಲೈಕ್ ಏನಂದ್ರೆ
ಇಲ್ಲ ಈಗ ನೆಟ್ವರ್ಕಿಂಗ್ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಎ ಸಿಂಗಲ್ ನೆಟ್ವರ್ಕ್ ಒಂದೇ ಸಿಂಗಲ್ ನೆಟ್ವರ್ಕ್ ಒಳಗೆ ಎಷ್ಟೋ ನೋಟ್ಸ್ ಇರ್ಬೋದು ನಿಮ್ದು ಹೌದಾ ಸೊ ಮೇ ಬಿ ಅರೌಂಡ್ 50 ನೋಟ್ಸ್ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಅಸ್ಯೂಮ್ ದಟ್ ಸೊ ಈಗ ನಮ್ದು ಕಾಲೇಜ್ ಅದಪ್ಪ ನಮ್ಮ ಕಾಲೇಜ್ SDM ಕಾಲೇಜ್ ಅಲ್ಲೊಂದು ನೆಟ್ವರ್ಕ್ ಇರ್ತದಲ್ಲ ದಿಸ್ ನೆಟ್ವರ್ಕ್ ಓಕೆ ಸೊ ನಾವು ಅವರ್ ಕಾಲೇಜ್ ನೆಟ್ವರ್ಕ್ ಈಗ ಮತ್ತೊಂದು ಔಟ್ಸೈಡ್ ನೆಟ್ವರ್ಕಿಗೆ ಕನೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ ಅಂತ ತಿಳ್ಕೊ okay so outside network for example within our college only you take so we have a network in CS department so we have another network in ENC department so if we connect those two networks together so that is what is internetworking connecting two networks together connecting two or more networks not only two not exactly two not two or more ಹೌದಾ ಈ ಕಾಲೇಜ್ನಾಗಿಂದು ಎಲ್ಲಾ ನೆಟ್ವರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ನಾವು ಕನೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂತ ತಿಳ್ಕೊ ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಇಂಟರ್ನೆಟ್ವರ್ಕಿಂಗ್ is it not? So connecting multiple networks together, that's what is internetworking, right? Yeah.
sir.
So in this chapter, so in chapter 2, what all we have seen. So now, so how do we interconnect different types of networks to build a large global network, right? So in the previous chapter, what you have seen, so how to connect one node to another in the existing. So within the network, how to build a network we have seen, right? So now, so global network model. So global network in the sense, build a larger network. That means, so several networks, if you connect them together, so then that becomes a larger network, right? So how do we achieve that? Okay, so now Ille, see what actually we do here is we will be studying about switching. Okay, switching and bridging. Switching and bridging. Okay, so the work remains same, but the layer at which they work it is different. So this bridge works at which layer? Anybody? Switch to bridge. Where do they work? As such, physical switch it works at physical layer. So this bridge actually works at data link layer, right? So nowadays there is no difference between switch and a router, right? So actually router works at a network layer. So now even the routers are also called as switches nowadays. Now, basic internet networking it is using internet protocol. So then routing. So routing is mostly it is done by IP layer. Okay. So what all we will be doing here, understanding the functions of switches, right? So what is the function of switch? So generally, what is the function of switch? I think you know it. What is the function of switch? So you have seen switches, no? Have you seen a switch? Have you seen a switch? Hmm? Have you seen a switch in our college? In the racks, it is usually kept, no?
Yes, sir.
Uh,
Yes,
So
sir.
what is the switch? See now we normally call so twen-
Switch is a device which connect multiple of devices
good. Okay,
through
so
cables.
we call it as 24 port switch ಅಂತ ಅಂತೀವಿ ನಾವು 48 port switch ಅಂತ ಅಂತೀವಿ. So what actually it means? So we have 24 ports attached to it. That means 24 computers can be connected to that switch. Suppose we want to connect, suppose we assume that we have around 20 machines. So we want to connect them in LAN. So what we can do is all the outputs of NICs, so they can be connected to these switches. They can be connected to these switches, these ports in the switches, because we have got 24 ports in one switch. Okay, so 24 ports means 24 machines we can directly connect them. So that becomes a one big LAN. Okay, suppose printer also can be connected. Okay, so whatever the technology that is required, whatever the what you can say routing information that is required, so it is all available within the switch. Okay, so bridge is also works on the same line, but it is at a data link layer. Okay, router. So router and switch, so they are interchangeably, the terms are interchangeably used. So we will be discussing about internet protocol. So this IP protocol, it is with respect to TCP/IP. So in case of OSI model, internet protocol is nothing but it is network layer, right? So now several concepts of routing algorithms we will study. Now switching and forwarding. Okay, switching and forwarding, it is normally called because what happens is the assume that we have a switch. Okay, we have a switch. What happens? So there are some input lines, there are some output lines here. See, as I said, a switch is having 24 ports. Okay, so out of these 24 ports, some ports will be acting as input ports, some ports will be acting as output ports. Okay, so it will receive some data on some lines, and that data has to be forwarded on the outgoing lines. So that is why it is called as store and forward. So the incoming data is stored, and then it is forwarded. Okay. So stored in the sense the incoming information comes from the input port. Okay. And it has to be forwarded to the output port. Right. So then, so that is what I said. So this, suppose I have one LAN. I have one LAN in, assume that in our department, okay, in one lab. So in another lab, we have got another LAN, right? If you want to connect these two lines together, that means we are extending the LAN. We are extending the LAN. Okay. So if you want to connect two LANs together, so then you will be using a bridge. Bridges and extended LANs. So LANs, these are medium access protocols. Ethernet ಕೇಳಿರ್ಬೋದು ನೀವು ಹೆಸರು. So Ethernet is a medium access control protocol. It is a medium access control protocol, right? Okay. So Ethernet, so it works at data link layer. Right? So the two local area networks can be connected using a bridge. Okay. So cell switching, so this actually comes under ATM. Okay, ATM networks ಅಲ್ಲಿ. So instead of packets, we call them as cells there. Okay. So generally, in case of IP networks, we call it as a packet switches. In case of ATM networks, they are referred to as cell switching. Cell switching in the sense a cell comes at a switch, and then it is forwarded to the outgoing line. Okay, that's what is cell switching. Then segmentation and reassembly. Okay, segmentation and reassembly in the sense what happens now. Assume that you have one network. Okay, so here we are concentrating on how to connect two networks together, two or more networks together. Now assume that network one is there, network two is there. So you are connecting the output of network one to network two. Please visualize it. So we are connecting output of network one to network two. So what is there in between? If you want to connect network one, network two, what is there in between? Which device connects two networks together? It is a switch or a router, you can say. Is it not? See here, one side you have one network, another side you have another network. So if I want to connect these two networks together to form inter-network, so what should I do in between? So I have to use a router. Now, coming to this point, segmentation and reassembly. Now assume that the packet size of network 1 is 1000. Packet size of network 1 is 1000 bytes. So packet size of network 2 is 400 bytes. Are you getting my point? So I want to connect network 1 and network 2. Okay. So network 1 packet size is 1000, network 2 packet size is 400. Now, what I have to do, how this 1000 byte packet, how can I send into a network which supports only 400 bytes? Are you getting my point? Are you getting me?
Yes, sir. Yes,
Okay. So that is why what I have to do is, so this 1000 byte ಏನಿರ್ತದಲ್ಲ, this I have to segment them. Okay. So 400, 400, 200. So so this segment I have to do. Is it not? So that it can be passed through network 2. Are you getting my point? Okay. So 1000 byte packet should be broken down into 400, 400, 400, 400, 400, 200. So these fragments can be transmitted through network 2. And again at the receiving end, they have to be clubbed together to form again a 1000 byte packet. Okay, so that is what is segmentation and reassembly. So segmentation, or you can say it is fragmentation. Fragmentation, we normally call it as fragmentation, right? So fragmentation, so breaking the packet into multiple smaller packets and then joining them at the receiving end. So that is reassembly. Okay, so these things we'll study now in detail. Switch, what actually is a switch? Switch is a mechanism that allows us to interconnect links to form a larger network. Okay, larger network in the sense. So here we are connecting. What he means is he is extending the network. Okay, so that means by connecting two networks together using a switch. So you are developing a larger network. Okay, yes or no? See, I have one LAN, another LAN. So two LANs connected. So that becomes using a switch. So that becomes a larger network. Okay. So switch, what it does, it contains multi-input, multi-output device. So switch is a multi. So as I said, so there are 24 port, 48 port switch. Okay. So some of the ports are input ports, some of the ports are output ports. Okay. It is a multi-input, multi-output device which transfers packets from an input to one or more of the outputs. Is it not? So that's what is a switch. So just to draw one box. So assume that there are 10 input lines, 10 output lines, 10 input lines and 10 output lines, right? So now data comes on any one of the input lines. So this data has to be forwarded on any of the outgoing lines. Okay. So that's what a switch does. Okay. It receives data from on any one of the input lines, and that data has to be forwarded to the any of the outgoing lines, one or more outgoing lines. See, this is a switch. This is a switch here. So this is our switch. Okay, these are the ports as I was telling you. So these are the ports. Okay, so these are the ports. This side and that side also. Right. So these are several computers connected. So these are the several computers connected to this. Now from where these terminals come, so there is NIC card in these machines. Okay, okay, there is NIC card, right? So that NIC, from the NIC, a cable is connected. So it goes to this switch, port of the switch. Okay, so all these devices are connected. So now this switch is having a mechanism to connect. Okay, so whatever the data that is sent by, so this forms one LAN. This forms one LAN. Okay, so this is a ring network, you can say, or a star network. It is a star network, you can say. Okay, so or you can say Ethernet LAN. Ethernet LAN in the sense what? A single cable goes, so to that cable all the machines are connected. So that is, you can call it as Ethernet. That is called as Ethernet, right? So adds to star topology. Okay, so point to point link or Ethernet. So it is point to point. So every machine is connected to this port. Okay, so that is point to point. So it is a star topology. Or Ethernet bus. Ethernet bus in the sense a single cable goes. Okay, so to that cable, all these 10 machines are connected to one another. So they are connected to that cable. That means that the data, so that common medium is shared among all the devices, or there can be a ring network also. Okay. So properties of star topology. So, so it is a switch. So what happens? It is normally used to develop a larger networks. Okay, by interconnecting a number of switches. Okay, so here we have only one switch. So here we have only one switch. So to that we have connected maybe around 10 machines, assume. So here assume that there is similarly one more network is there, one switch. So these two switches can be connected to one another. Are you getting it? So this is a network using one switch. So here is another network using another switch. So these two switches can be connected to one another so that these two networks are connected to one another. So that's how you can develop a larger network. Okay. So by a large network can be built by interconnecting a number of switches. I hope it is clear, right? So we can connect switches to each other. Sorry, we can connect switches to each other and hosts using point-to-point links. Okay, which typically means that we can build networks of large geographic scope, right? So hosts, so we can connect hosts to do these switches, right? Not necessarily switches. So hosts also can be connected. So hosts using point-to-point links. So which typically means that so we can build networks of large geographic scope. Okay. So yeah, see, it is impossible for two hosts in the same Ethernet to transmit continuously at 10 Mbps because they share the same transmission medium. Now, one difference is that you just see here. Okay, so this switch is being used by all of these. Okay, so a switch uses it is normally you can say it is a sort of time division multiplexing. Okay, it uses time division multiplexing. Whereas this Ethernet, what happens in case of Ethernet? So it uses the common medium. Okay, see Ethernet, why it is given, so it is impossible for two hosts on the same Ethernet to transmit continuously at 10 Mbps because now assume that you have got an Ethernet cable, okay, Ethernet cable, so which is working at 10 Mbps. Now, what actually happens here is, so you can, as I said, so this cable it is connected to 10 machines. Assume that 10 machines. So that means 10 machines are sharing the bandwidth. So 10 Mbps. That is it possible for every host to transmit at 10 Mbps because 10 Mbps it is shared among multiple hosts. So that is why he has given. So it is not possible for two hosts in the same Ethernet to transmit continuously at 10 Mbps. So assume that, so there is one Ethernet cable going on. Now two machines are connected to it. So now what happens? This bandwidth, 10 Mbps bandwidth, whatever that is available, so it is distributed among the two machines. It is distributed among two machines. That is why it is not possible for two machines, two hosts to transmit continuously at the rate of 10 Mbps because the bandwidth is shared among the multiple hosts that are connected to the same Ethernet. So any doubts are there, you can ask. So every host on a switch network has its own link to the switch. Okay, every host is connected to switch so that it may be entirely possible for many hosts to transmit at full link speed. Okay, so these things you just go back. So, okay, now so this is very important. Okay, switching. Once you know switching, so switching, in case of switching, what happens? Data comes on one line and you are transmitting it on the outgoing line. Okay, so that is what is switching. So as far as this switching technique is concerned, so basically there are two types of approaches. One is connectionless approach and connection oriented approach. Connectionless approach and connection oriented approach. So can you give me an example for connection oriented approach? Switching using connection oriented approach? Yes. Switching using connection oriented approach. See, these things you have already learned. That is why I am asking. Switching, connection oriented switching, I am asking, or virtual circuit. So I want you to give an example for virtual circuit or connection oriented switching. Can you give me example? Day to day you use it. What is that?
Connection oriented Ethernet, sir.
Lama. Example I am asking, and I am asking you an example for an example of communication which uses connection oriented approach. Yes. ನೀವು ನಾರ್ಮಲ್ ಟೆಲಿಫೋನ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿರೋ ಇಲ್ಲೋ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮೊಬೈಲ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿರೋ ಇಲ್ಲೋ ವಾಟ್ ಯು ವಿಲ್ ಡೂ ಸೊ ವೆನ್ ಎವರ್ ಯು ವಾಂಟ್ ಟು ಸ್ಪೀಕ್ ಟು ಯುವರ್ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ ವಾಟ್ ಯು ವಿಲ್ ಡೂ ಯು ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಡೈಲ್ ಯುವರ್ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ಸ್ ನಂಬರ್ ಹೌದಾ ವೆದರ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಯೂಸಿಂಗ್ ಟೆಲಿಫೋನ್ ಆರ್ ವೆದರ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಮೊಬೈಲ್ ಓಕೆ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಇರ್ರೆಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟಿವ್ okay so suppose using telephone only assume so what you do you dial your friend's number then what happens the connection is established okay your friend's telephone rings so then he picks up the phone so now a connection is established between your telephone and your friend's telephone now the connection is established so then data transfer takes place whatever you speak he is going to listen so then he speaks you are going to listen so that is what is connection oriented approach ಹೌದಾ ಇಲ್ಲೋ ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ವಿಚಿಂಗ್ ಆಯ್ತೋ ಇಲ್ಲೋ ವೇರ್ ದ ಸ್ವಿಚಿಂಗ್ ಟೇಕ್ಸ್ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ ಇನ್ ಟೆಲಿಫೋನ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಚೇಂಜಸ್ ಓಕೆ ಸೊ ಟೆಲಿಫೋನ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಚೇಂಜಸ್ ಆರ್ ದ ಸ್ವಿಚಸ್ ನೌ ಸೊ ದ ಕೇಬಲ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಯುವರ್ ಟೆಲಿಫೋನ್ ಇಟ್ ಹಸ್ ಗೋನ್ ಟು ಟೆಲಿಫೋನ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಚೇಂಜ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ವಿಚ್ ಕನೆಕ್ಟೆಡ್ ಅದ ಸೊ ದೆನ್ ಯುವರ್ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ಸ್ ಟೆಲಿಫೋನ್ is also connected to that switching exchange so now the connection between these two so it has taken place at that telephone exchange okay so now the connection is established between your telephone and your friend's telephone so now what happens so data transfer takes place so once data transfer is over so you disconnect so this is what happens in case of connection oriented approach how do you know yes or no
Yes, sir.
okay so that is also called as virtual circuit that is also called as virtual circuit okay so connection oriented switching is nothing but it is virtual circuit switching. So they are one and the same. So ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ so initially you establish the connection. Establishment of the connection is a must. Okay. So whenever A wants to send some data to B, so A to B connection should be established. A to B connection should be established. Right? So then the data transfer from A to B takes place. A to B and B to A takes place. So now, once the data transfer is over, so you tear down the connection. So, okay, connection is broken. Okay, so that's what happens in case of connection. And you know, so there will be always confusion. So mobile in the mobile, not necessarily mobile. So even whenever you are speaking over mobiles, is it connection oriented or connectionless? Mobile to mobile communication. Hmm? Whenever, suppose you over mobile, you speak to your friend, is it connection oriented or connectionless?
Connection oriented, sir.
Good. So, because normally what happens whenever I ask this question, so they say connectionless. Connectionless alla adu, it is wireless adu. Okay. So, medium is wireless, but it is connection oriented. Because why it is connection oriented? Amarnath, can you tell me?
Sir, because we are, it is, ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಒಬ್ರಿಂತ್ರ ಒಬ್ರು ಕನೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿರ್ತೀವಿ ಸರ್, ಲೈಕ್
Yes, yes. So
ವೈರ್ಲೆಸ್
even
ಥ್ರೂ
though,
ಒಬ್ರು
yeah.
ಕನೆಕ್ಟ್.
So even though you are speaking over wireless communication medium, but you are establishing the connection. Okay, ನಿಮ್ಮ friend and mobile number you dial it, and his mobile number rings, so he picks up that. Okay, then the connection is established. Okay, so mobile to mobile communication, it is connection oriented, but it is wireless. So please remember, wireless is different, connectionless is different. So connectionless is this one. So now connectionless approach. So it is also called as datagram switching. Okay. So the example for this. So can you recollect any example for this datagrams connectionless approach where the data transfer takes place without establishing any connection? So ಈಗ connection oriented ಗೆ yes ಹೇಳಿ yes.
Email, sir.
Email is also connection oriented. Email is also connection oriented. ನಾನು ನಾರ್ಮಲಿ ನಿಮ್ದು ಡೇ ಟು ಡೇ ಲೈಫ್ ನಾಗ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಕೇಳಲಿಕತ್ತೀನಿ. ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಆಸ್ ಟೆಲಿಫೋನ್ ಈಸ್ ಕನೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಓರಿಯೆಂಟೆಡ್. ಸೊ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಡೇ ಟು ಡೇ ಯು ಆರ್ ಯೂಸಿಂಗ್ ಇಟ್, ದಟ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್. ಸಿ ಈಗ ಯು ರೈಟ್ ಎ ಲೆಟರ್. ಓಕೆ, ಯು ರೈಟ್ ಎ ಲೆಟರ್. ಸೊ ಯು ರೈಟ್ ಯುವರ್ ಲೆಟರ್ ಟು ಯುವರ್ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ and then post it. So in that, on that letter you have written the address. ಹೌದಾ? On that letter you have written the address. So then that letter goes from one telephone office to, sorry, not post office, right? So from Dharwad it goes to Bangalore. From Bangalore it is delivered to your friend. Okay. Now whether you have established any connection with your friend? No. Right? So you have written a letter and you have written the address on that letter. So then you have posted it. So where all it goes you don't know. Ultimately it reaches your friend. So ಇದು connection, whether you have established any connection, ಇಲ್ಲ. So ಅದು ಏನಾಯ್ತು, so from your telephone, from your post office it has gone to ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ, it might have gone to the main, ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಹುಬ್ಳಿ ಹೋಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಹುಬ್ಳಿಯಿಂದ some other post office, from there it has gone to Bangalore, in that Bangalore within the local post office, so then it is delivered. Okay, so ಈಗ this letter whatever you have posted, so that means, so the message has reached your friend, but you have not established any connection as such. Is it clear? Is it clear? Have you established any connection? No. So without establishing any connection, you have transferred the message. ಹೌದೋ ಇಲ್ಲೋ? Yes or no? Are you getting me?
Yes, sir.
So that is what is connectionless approach. That is what is connectionless approach or datagram approach. So where the data transfer takes place without establishing any connection. But what is required? So any letter you post, every letter should have address. Every letter should have address. But ಇಲ್ಲಿ telephone connection oriented ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ? Okay, once you establish the connection, then you need not worry. So all the data can flow through the same connection. But ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಹಂಗಲ್ಲ. So every letter, every packet that you send, every packet should bear the destination address. Every packet should bear the destination address. Is it clear? Okay. Yes or no? So the session will get closed now in another 1 or 2 minutes. So any doubts are there in these two? Datagram approach and virtual circuit approach. Yes? Any doubts? So please, you should put efforts, right? So you should put efforts. The soft copy, so if it is not available, I will share it with you. right? Soft copy of the book, I will share it with you. Please put efforts. You should read because these subjects are very important subjects from the point of view, so you in future also, right?
Sir, please
Okay.
share the
Huh?
book, sir.
I will share it. I
Share.
will share it. Sure, I will
Yes.
share it. Right.
Sir,
Okay.
even syllabus copy, sir.
ಸಿಲೆಬಸ್ ಕಾಪಿ ನೆಟ್ ಒಳಗದ ನೋಡಮ್ಮ ವೆಬ್ಸೈಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ
It's in the
ವೆಬ್ಸೈಟ್
website.
ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೆ.
ಡೌನ್ಲೋಡ್ ಆಗವಲ್ತು ಸರ್, ಓಪನ್ ಆಗವಲ್ತ್ರಿ ಅದು. 2020 ಮೇಲೆ ಕ್ಲಿಕ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರಿ.
ಓಕೆ 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 ಐ ವಿಲ್ ಡೂ ಇಟ್. ಐ ವಿಲ್ ಸೆಂಡ್
ಓಕೆ
ಇಟ್.
ಓಕೆ ಸರ್, ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ಸರ್.
ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು. ಐ ಆಮ್